going on, guys? Blazing here, and today we got another Raid Shadow Legends video. So today we have the last champion gearing for our Clanboss faction specific challenge, and we had a little bit of a hard time trying to figure out who we were going to pick. We do have very slim pickings, and the major thing we needed was a source of damage increase. And when I mean damage increase, I don't mean like an increase attack or increase defense, right? 3 out of the 4 champions that we've had so far are all HP based. So increasing HP is not an option unless you're using a aura. And because we are using Doom Priest, we don't necessarily need anybody else's aura. So we were looking at either a weaken or a decreased defense. Now, we thought long and hard. Unfortunately, we couldn't find anybody. I don't even think there is anybody in the faction that can bring both decreased defense and weaken. Take a quick look. Ideally, I'd wanted a Theodore, right? He would have been best. Stacking up the poisons, he brings poison sensitivity, and he brings weaken, and I could have used the increased speed to help me speed tune the team much better. I don't think Fortis, Fear, yep, he doesn't help us. Tomb Lord brings a decreased speed, poison. Tomb Lord would have been a good option, except he is attack based, so decreased defense. Yeah, Subnath would have been okay. Yeah, the 2 Major, not really. So we had some very slick pickings. Orgid, nope. Calvalax, I believe, nope. So yeah, it was a very Sophist maybe. Rare. Decreased defense, and that's on a 4-turn cooldown. I don't think there was anyone else. I did look at a Necro Hunter, the A1, but then the rest of his kit didn't really appeal to me. Other than that, Whisper, I believe, brings a weaken on the A1. Pestilus, HP burn. Titus doesn't really bring us anything. Deathless, decreased defense on 1, bulk on the A2. Yeah. Now it's attacks one enemy has a 70% chance of placing. Yeah, no, that's too much RNG there. Crypt Witch, I believe, brings a decreased defense on the A2. Pitiless one brings nothing. We already went through Necromancer. Miscreated actually does bring a decreased defense as long as you can land a stun, but you cannot stun the Clanboss. Brings a decreased attack, strength and shield. He brings poisons, weaken. If I wasn't going with a double, if I wasn't going with a double ally protection, I probably would have brought Eshma in. But between her and Thylessia, we would have pretty much had all the debuffs up at all time. But he is attack based, so I figured Walking Tomb Drain was probably going to be better than her. But yeah, so we settled on Thylessia. And Thylessia is going to bring a attacks one enemy, has a 50% chance of applying a debuff spread, affecting taking 1 debuff, random debuff, which doesn't really matter because we're not spreading anything. There's no one else. But if the target's under hex, she'll spread. A2 attacks all enemies, increases the duration of all debuffs on all enemies by 1 turn, and that's on a 3-turn cooldown. A3 attacks all enemies, places a 60% decreased defense for 2 turns, and That's in a 3-turn cooldown. And then her A3, when attacking enemies under decreased defense, has a 50% chance of placing a hex on them for 2 turns. So I feel like overall she was probably my best choice. So we're gonna go with her. And so ideally I want to build her in a reflex set. So, but we want her to be tanky. So we are going to need at least one Defiant set on her to take that damage mitigation. So we do have our Doom Priest in a Guardian set. So that always is going to help. We do have 2 Ally Protectors. So that will help us as well. So I feel, and if we attack magic affinity, it should work to our advantage. So without further ado, let's get into it and start gearing. So just as we did with the other ones, whoops, we are, oh, and she will actually bring us cruelty. Cruelty. So that's going to help boost up a little bit of our damage. Masteries will fill it in later, but we're going to go with the same masteries that we have with the rest. So we're going to take damage, rate. Yep. So we'll have to fill those out. We are going to go defensive. There. Yep, that one. We will go, yeah, so once everybody's dead, we'll a little bit of it. And then we will follow down to War Master as well. So, now that we have that in, let's pull up the Hell Hades Optimizer. Right? And then type in Thylessia. So, there is our girl. So now we're going to go through and put on the pieces of gear that we want. So again, just as the other ones, we want to go through and she is going to require us to have a 195 speed. Right? So we want as much damage mitigation on her as possible. So we are going to throw some crit rate on her, some crit damage on her, I'm sorry. And then we want as much damage mitigation as possible. She is attack based, so she's going to be very squishy. So here we have a ring, blood shield, HP percentage, defense percentage, and flat defense 2 rolls. This one's got attack, defense percentage. So HP, defense. So we have this one. This one, want to say we're going to go here. That one. Next will be the banner. HP, speed. Let's see what we have with accuracy. Whoops. Primary stat, accuracy. Whipped. Doom Priest. Okay, so it looks fairly simple that we're going to have to use this one. And there's a likelihood that we can get some speed out of that. So we will have to be careful. And our neck piece, we are going to have to go with crit damage, substat, accuracy. So, and then we also want to get some HP. So that one's got 41 resist. That's no bueno for us. Defense, accuracy, HP. Accuracy, yep. We're going to steal that from her. Okay. So back now to the Hell Hades Optimizer. And we are going to refresh. Okay. Optimize. Now we are going to get the masteries, presets, bosses. So again, remember, here's where you'd fill in if you have like an enemy max HP target, you would put everything you need in there. Or if you're building a unkillable team, just pure damage dealer, right? And then any buffs or debuffs he's going to have here. Now, we will have increased attack from Doom Priest, so we could put that in here if we wanted to. And then there, depending on the affinity, we are going to have the decrease attack or decrease accuracy, but because we are running Doom Priest as our healer and is going to be number 1 in the turn order, we don't really have to worry about that. So next, we want to have her, we said, at 195 speed. Let's see how low we can get her, or high we can get her. We can go from 195 to 1 here. Ideally, yeah. If we move her, we can go. Okay. Looks like we can go as low as 185. Yep, we can go as low as 185 and as high as 190. Yep, 195. So between 185 and 195. So 185 to 195 is what we can do. 100% crit rate, 225 crit damage. Stats, we are going to want her in a reflex, right? One set, and the next set is going to have to be a defiant. Okay. Stats, we got those in. Sets, we got in. Okay. Give it a whirl. No builds found. Okay. So let's go back in and let's take out the Defiant set. See if we can reflex. Okay, so we know that the issue now is the reflex set. So since we can't get reflex, we are going to go with a Defiant set. Double Defiant set. Here's start. Okay. So now this is at the point where we got to start changing what we want to do. Let's see. We can bring, I guess if we're using her just for the debuff extension and the decreased defense, we can take out the crit rate. Try that. That's Defiant 2. Okay. We can't. Oh. Okay. Then let's start bringing the defense to 3,000. Because I think it might be a little too low. Okay, let's see if we can find in reflex with one set. Okay, we got a reflex build. But damage is going to be low. So I'm thinking we may... Let's see if we can find an HP or defense banner or neck piece with substat, crit rate, accuracy, assist. Oh, let's try this one instead. Because it doesn't look like we'll be able to find a pure damage build for her. So, see, go back to optimize, sets, reflex, 1, defiant, 1. Okay. All right. So we managed to find 1. Let's see if we can beef up the... If we can go 3,500. and let's say 45,000 HP. Okay, so we can't do that. So I will sacrifice the HP. 40,000 with about 3,500. Okay. So the only other thing I can do here is unlock some of my champs and exclude tier 1, 2. Optimize, clear, start. Really? Okay. So sets, reflex, defiant 1. Leave my... Let's see if we can find anything without... If we can find any that would give us that build. Nope. Okay, so the build is just going to be undoable. Okay. So then I will lower this down to about 3,200. See if that were, let's go back into here. Optimize, start. Okay, so we've got another one here. Let's see, where are we gonna rip gear off of? That's our Aranex. So we'll lock him back up. So clear, start. Okay. So there's for hoping for the reflex. It doesn't look like I'm gonna get it, but we're gonna go with double defiant. Okay, we don't get double defiant either. Wow, I'm really stretching the gear on this account right now. So let's take out the HP requirement. Let's take out the defense requirement. Clear start. Okay, so we did pick up something in a Defiance set. It looks like 2 Defiance, but we're gonna have to rip gear off of our Krisk. So figure that's clear start. Yeah. I really want to win this, but I really don't want to rip gear off of my Krisk. So let's go back into sets, go into reflex, 1 count. Let's go, actually, I do want to put 100% crit rate on here now. Okay. All right, so we are sitting at 48k HP, which is pretty good, right? Crit rate, HP. We'll be sitting at 187 speed, so let's go back in the Deadwood Jedi calculator. So 187, Doom Priest those go first. Our turn order doesn't get messed up. Thylessia goes before Walking Tomb Rain. And I think it's GG, guys. Okay. So, 190. This gives us a little bit less defense. Always glyph more speed here. HP here. Accuracy here. HP there. Defense here. Good. HP if we needed it here. Accuracy here. Yeah. So I think number 1 is going to be the best build. So let's switch over back to in-game and build our final champ. So we want 1, 2, 3, 4 equipped in a reflex set. I think this is going to be a decent build for her. And can't really test her in what is going to basically in anything else, because all she's really going to be there for is to increase the duration of the debuffs, and that's why we went with reflex set. So then HP. Ooh, HP quad attack. I should probably reforge this. Not sure why I geared it though. I guess people do dumb things sometimes, right? We got that one there, that one there. I really can't wait until Hell Hades does the automatic where everything will just be taken right from the optimizer and equipped onto the particular champion. He did leak this on one of his videos where he said this can't be done yet. So I'm very curious to see when it will be done, because I think that would be an awesome feature, even if it's a paid for, to be honest. So this one could actually screw us up a little bit because we could roll speed, but I'm hoping we roll accuracy instead. So 187 speed. Once we roll the boots up, we'll hit the right amount of HP. So we will equip this, and then we'll go back to the optimizer. We will refresh it. Okay, and then looking at her, we are going to be at a healthy 52k HP, 3.2k defense once we get all the gear optimized and put up. So, and let's go in here. Let's enchant some gear. We'll throw a go 7. Give us a 4. Of course not. You're gonna give us. If I roll a glyph, I shouldn't be able to re-roll the same number again. I should be able to roll higher. If I have any suggestion for that is, if I roll a 1, I should not be able to roll a 1 again. I should just be able to go to a like 5 or 6 or higher above. Like here, I should be able to roll between a 5 and an 8, not a 3. Because this is just a waste of my glyphs, and they are a precious material or a precious resource that we do not get in game all the time. Can we get an 8? Nope, we got a 6. Okay, good enough. Here, and 10, close enough. Rings. So here we can get a lot of stats. So we get a 4 there. We get a max stat on something we don't really care about. That one we do care about. So as you can see, the optimizer is picking it up and increasing our stats. So now we'll be at almost 3.4k defense once these are fully leveled. Don't care about the resistance. Banner. Let's see. So 8. Of course not. So, assuming we don't get anything too crazy with the upgrades, right now we're sitting at about 45. You'll see the optimizer has us at about 54 with about a 3.4k defense, so we'll gain about another 300 roughly. Speed will stay the same, and accuracy is 253. So I think this will be a solid build. And yeah, guys, that's it. So here is the team we are going to be going with. Unfortunately, I will not be attacking this one today because it's Spirit, and so I feel like I will get kept. But we have our, where is she? Doom Priest. We have our Thylessia. We have our, come on, Barracks. Our Versolf. And we have our damage dealer as soon as I can find him. Gotta be, I think he's level 59. Walking Tombstone. So there's our team, guys. I'm pretty sure it's going to work. We are able to deal with any affinity. So with the Doom Priest, that brings us to Affinity Friendly. Ideally, I would like to attack Force or Void. I think Force is going to be my best result because of Walking Tombjang, since he's my #1 damage dealer. But Void will also yield better results from everybody else. We have 3 out of the 5 that are HP based, and we are running a double ally protection with a reflex set on our Thylessia and a guardian set on our Doom Priest, and Walking Tombjang has a toxic set. So, guys, as always, much appreciation. Thanks for tuning in. If you like the content, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, let me know why. Comment down below. Let me know exactly why you didn't like it. My feelings will not get hurt. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. I do post daily content. Sometimes we do faction war challenges like this, and sometimes it's just general champ knowledge or content, depending on what the day is. So yeah, guys, as always, again, much appreciation. Be good to each other, have fun, be safe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.